reality. I don't think that will actually happen. I don't think it would be very polite, and I don't think I don't know. I think it would just be too much of an effort to go for something like that, unless you're absolutely sure you're going to win. In which case, actually, Mudge should have done that. He should have gotten some Dark Archons at the end against Firebat Hero. If anyone deserves it, it's Firebat Hero. But what I'm guessing he's going to do with this Dark Archon is use the feedback against the Science Vessels. This is a good opportunity for him to feedback, but the Science Vessels just used up his energy, so it's not going to die to one feedback. Flash pushing out. Flash is meanwhile pushed out on the right side of the map, actually. He's managing to catch a side of the map, and now he's setting up an expansion at the upper right. So Flash actually managing to claw himself some room, and it seems that perhaps Hero was not completely on top of it when he was allowing when basically he was building that Dark Archon. We didn't see how Flash maneuvered himself out of his base, but he has managed to maneuver himself out of the base. Now attack going in from Hero into the newly established lines, and those storms are just so excellent, storming all the tanks here, and the tanks are going to go down from Flash once again. Oh man, this is so bad for Flash. Flash has more tanks coming in from the south, but is he going to be able to hold? There's a lot of tanks there. I don't know how much storm is left, and Flash's EMPs have not been enough to neutralize all of those High Templar. Those High Templar were still quite deadly in this battle. Meanwhile, though, most of the Dragoons have died, and Flash is trying to advance, but once again, another excellent storm on the advancing tanks. And you know, only a couple units left here, only the Dark Archon left, actually, but I think that Darkon hanging out among those tanks, but I think this might be enough. And oh man, he has High Templar in this shuttle. Well, actually, no, he has Dragoons in this shuttle. It would make sense for him to have High Templar, but no, he just has Dragoons. But he probably just picked them up after dropping off High Templar in the battle, and just gonna be a little annoyance to Flash. Flash now going towards the upper left. He's gonna try to take down one of Hero's expansions. Hero's gonna go for a big stasis, or he could even go for a recall on the tanks. That would be quite sexy among this huge patch of tanks, but we could be stasis, of course, is the obvious option here. But so far, though, actually not a lot of units out for Hero. So could we be seeing a miraculous comeback from Flash? I don't know, but his units so far has not done really that much damage. They've more just taken a better positional advantage in the game, but they have not done any damage to Hero, and it's still up to Flash to do some damage. He needs to shut down maybe 2 or 3 expansions to get himself back in the lead here in the game, and that is a tall order here. Flash is strung out a little bit here at the top of the map. He has a semi-contain on the upper left corner of the map. So it'll be up to right now. It'll be up to Hero to move up and try to take a look, try to pick off some of these tanks. But Hero's managed to sort of bisect the forces once again. Hero going for an attack on the main, I think, and Flash is going to have to send a portion. No, Hero's just retreating right now. I was going to say Flash would have had to send a portion of his troops backwards had that happen. And more Arbiters being pumped for Hero. Hero has an Arbiter up in the north also, perhaps thinking about doing something sneaky. Flash now going for the attack at the upper left. He's using just a couple of units to try to pick off those Nexuses. And now Hero going for an attack, walking into a huge minefield. And oh man, if Hero loses the game now, I mean, it would just be absolutely another amazing comeback from Flash. But Hero has so many speed lots walking into those tanks, and Flash is not in a great position. He's going to lose more tanks than he wants to right now. And wow, his tank force is getting whittled down, and forget what I said. I think Hero is going to be able to hold off this attack quite easily. I think there are only 2 or 3 units at the upper left, and Hero has managed to take a huge bite out of Flash's army. The majority of his tanks have been taken out once again, and that is the job of the Protoss, to pick off tanks throughout the mid and late game. And we're seeing these Goliaths go down now. Look at the coaches. They're looking at 2 star players fighting for their lives here, basically fighting a very good game. And Hero, I'm sure he has never beaten Flash before, and if he manages to beat Flash, that's quite an accomplishment. That's almost like winning a small tournament of its own, beating Flash. I mean, you're just saying so much by doing it. Now, Hero going in for another attack on the siege tanks. He's going to pick off another tank here, but this time he's going to lose his Arbiter. No, he's not going to lose his Arbiter. Now Ra, looking at Flash, probably thinking that he could do this too. He could have done this, certainly back in his day. He was such a good Protoss player, by the way. And Hero has just the entire map. Just look at how many expansions he has. He has the entire left side. But Flash actually picking up the right side now. So he doesn't have the entire map. I'm wrong about that. I'm just saying he has so many expansions. Flash continuing to attack the upper left. But once again, he only has a couple of tanks up there. And I think Hero's going to be able to close the gap here. Hero walking into so many mines. He doesn't care, though. His macro is so strong right now. He is just pouring units into this death trap here. But still managing to take out some of Flash's units. And once again, stopping this attack at the left. High Templar wandering in there and wandering in and storming a tank after walking right through everything. I don't know if this attack's going to stick, though. Flash has taken out one Nexus, and that's all the damage he's done so far on the economy of Hero. Hero has a number of gateways at the 11 o'clock corner, so he's still able to produce units and basically reinforce using those units. And this is going to be slow going for Flash. Flash only has 2 tanks advancing, and they're advancing quite slowly. And we're going to see a recall right here at the upper left. Nice surgical recall by Hero, just picking off another expansion. And Hero bringing the majority of his recalled forces up here. He's going to intercept a lot of forces here, a lot of SCVs with his forces. And yes, he is going to intercept there. Not catching enough of them, though, but I think he's going to pick off both of the new expansions Flash desperately needed at the upper left. And this is actually one of the major, I think this is a major turning point in this game. And just take a look at these camera angles. These extreme close-ups. I like this camera angle. I have to say, this is a good broadcast here. Just seeing the intensity on these players' faces. The StarCraft is a lot like a game of poker. It's always heads-up poker in this matchup, and it's just something to watch. It is a psychological game. It is a draining, exhausting game. It is really just combat, hand-to-hand combat, especially in these long slugfests. And who is going to emerge victorious is the question. I think Flash is way behind, though. I think Hero's recall at the upper right was just very, very smart, saving an Arbiter up there and getting that critical resource-killing upgrade. And now Flash is going to get quartered in the middle. His reinforcing tanks are going to get taken out here and breaking out from the 11 o'clock. Hero is marching, and he's going to close in from both sides on Flash's forces. Hero moving in, moving his Dragoons from the 11 o'clock position. I think he's already stopped all the reinforcements from getting there. He has stopped all of Flash's reinforcements, so Flash has lost all of his army in the middle, and it's over for Flash. I'm going to call it right now. Flash has no more minerals left in his base. He cannot reproduce this army of his. He has not done damage to Hero by any substantial amount, and Hero is going to win this game, ladies and gentlemen. Flash is going to lose 2-0, 0-2 rather. Sorry, he's going to lose 2 games in a row. And wow, I mean, just wow. Flash bringing just all vultures right now to try to do some damage. He does not want to give up, of course. He is playing for his team right now, and of course he doesn't want to he doesn't want to go into a slump of his own. I don't think Flash is going to go into a slump, by the way. That is my disclaimer. Watching Flash lose does not mean Flash is going to go into a slump by any means. Flash picking off a lot of probes, though, but I think Hero doesn't care anymore. Hero is just going to go and finish Flash's last expansions off. I think he has one more mining expansion at the mineral only at the 3 o'clock, and after that goes down, Flash will be completely out of minerals, and it will be over for him. Hero just completely ignoring the carnage that's occurring at his 11 o'clock position just from a couple of vultures, and now running a lot of speed lots. Wow, just running through the minefield, getting amongst the tanks nonetheless here, and well, they're not going to take all the tanks out, actually, but streaming more reinforcements. I think the reinforcements will make it enough. Stasis going off of those 2 tanks. All the tanks are stasis, and now Flash will lose this right side expansion, and with it, the game. You see here, all of it is SCVs. Oh, and stasis on the SCVs here. Sexy stasis on the SCVs. This is good game here. If Flash doesn't GG, he might risk another pylon heart being drawn in the center of the map. You never know what these young players are going to do to make a name for themselves, and I wouldn't put it above anyone to try to make a name for themselves by doing some kind of weird, I don't know, some weird endgame ceremony to Flash that would make a name out of yourself. Because Flash has lost this game just as much as Firebeater has lost that game against Much at the end. So Flash is going to have to GG very soon here. Lest we do see a mind-controlled SCV or something like that. That would be something sexy to see. And not a lot of just pretty much all vultures left for Flash. my prediction is that Flash is gonna basically go home this week, just regroup a little bit, get some sleep. Has been looking very overplayed recently, and that is something that some other commentators have mentioned. I'd like to mention Flash has been playing in every single, in both Star Leagues, and he's been playing in the Pro League and kicking butt in the Pro League, and that's pretty darn hard to do. You have to practice a lot for it. So I'm just a little fearful of Flash being overplayed and hence losing his edge that way. I think he's going to take it easy though this weekend, and I still have to say Flash GG's. So Hero has won this game, and KTF is down 0-2 against Wemade Fox. I did not see that coming, but I have to say I'm going to call the second game Flash v Luxury. I think Flash is going to win it. I think the third game will be critical. I think Flash is going to regroup himself and just kick butt against Luxury. Even though, despite how much I love Luxury, I'm just going to say the Flash. I've never seen Flash slump. I don't think he's capable of slumping so young in his career. As long as he holds his, emotionless demeanor about him, I don't want him to start crying right now. I don't want him to do anything but take a breath and say, "Hey, I'm still the Wonder Kid. I'm still gonna kick butt." I'm basically giving like a a long distance pep talk to Flash, but I think he's gonna do fine. But I have to say, Hero is a hero for taking down Flash here in the Pro League. That was impressive Protoss play there, going for the Arbiter Rush and never falling behind since then. And Hero, what is Hero's drink of choice, by the way? I have to see this. Much as drink of choice was the and now Ra playing the guidance counselor for the second time in a row here. Now Ra, the hero of his team, the comforting hero.